think it is doing it. I just have to stay on.
Sounds good. Hi from Michigan. Hi, Rita. Consultant from Alaska. Excellent. Windsor, Ontario. Sherbrooke. Excellent. Alaska. That's super awesome. Montreal. I'm over here in Saskatchewan, Canada, guys.
Oh my gosh,
Look at
Sherry,
this lighting up.
they're lighting
Red
up.
Deer, St. Cloud, Texas, Missouri, Virginia, Florida, London, Kansas, Wyoming. Oh, they're going so fast. Gatineau,
I want to just
Kentucky, Hudson Valley. So
going
much
into
fun.
both groups. Um, because
Love it.
who wants to, who would want to miss this? Like
I know.
seriously. Let me
It's
just
always a
check.
party with Sherry and Sheila, that's for sure. We're either getting into trouble or we're doing some spectacular stuff. So, not really sure what tonight's going to bring, but let's go and have some fun, right?
I
Oregon,
think,
holy cow, Nova Scotia. I'll be out your way next week, guys. I'm coming to the University
oh,
Volleyball
good.
Championships out there. So, I'll be out on the east coast of Canada.
We have de Quebec. Bonjour, Nancy Robichaud.
Atlanta. Oh, I can't even keep up, but we have over 285 on.
Oh, Sherry, it's over 300, and I'll tell
Is
you
it?
why. Because people who dial in with the phone, well, no, I have special powers. Okay, first of all, you should know that. We love to laugh and giggle. Sherry and I go back, oh my gosh, over 10 years, and we do have a great sense of humor. But typically what happens is, yes, Sheila does have total special powers. Thank you, Kat. Um, is that we have 311, but it doesn't show the people that are watching us live on both
Oh,
Facebook groups,
right.
nor people who come in on their phone.
Oh, I'm gonna open up on Facebook just so
Except
that
don't watch yourself. It's a slow follow, so it sounds like
I
you
just want
are.
to make sure that we capture some of those. I gotta go back and forth between Canada and US though. That, yeah, you know what? I can't get distracted. But we will let them
Sherry,
know that we'll follow up with the comments and questions in the different groups as well. So to be using the
sure
chat
you
and the
will.
Q&A.
Sure you will, Sherry Gauthier. Sure you will.
I
Uh,
will. I
I
promise.
First of all, I want to thank 358. Okay, I'm putting it down here. We're gonna hit 429 people at some point. That's my guess. And
Okay.
if we hit 429, you owe me a Tim
Tim
Hortons
Hortons
double double.
will do.
Um, what was that number again? 429? Okay.
429.
Listen, we're just here having a few laughs. What we really want all of you to feel is that coming onto a Zoom webinar with Norwex is just like sitting around with old friends, having a coffee. Gail Ratchford, we invited our people, Sheila. Thank you, Gail. Our mission is really, really important to us. And
Yes.
this mega party, whether you are a coveted guest, honored with an invitation from your consultant to learn about a specific line of products that are mighty and powerful, or a consultant that has joined us tonight to add to your learning and education. What prides me most about our community in Norwex is we offer an opportunity to educate. Um, let's face it, we sell great products and they're simple solutions to problems we all have because we're all becoming more and more aware of the harmful effects of chemicals. But that doesn't preclude people from wanting to learn more. So Sherry Gauthier has been with Norwex. She's actually one of the founding um, employees slash field people that worked right alongside Debbie. If you know where we started from in Dauphin, Manitoba, which is where Debbie was living at the time she launched Norwex into Canada, well, that's kind of like prairie town for someone like me who's from Toronto. Well, Sherry Gauthier doesn't live that far away in Regina, Saskatchewan. Again, going back 20 years, not populated the way Toronto is, and very much small towns, farmers, flat fields. and working their way through probably what mid to northern Canada to spread the word about Norwex. But I think what you're going to find really interesting is Sherry's why she chose to leave a career and jump on board with Debbie Bolton to help launch Norwex. So give it up for Sherry Gauthier. Sherry, the night is all yours, my friend. Thank you, everyone, for coming.
Thank you, Sheila. I hope I live up to what you're talking about here. And let's get this slideshow going so that we can have a good. There we go. I think that's up and running now. You know what I forgot to do though, Sheila? I'm just like the rest of you. I have to share with audio on. So share sound. Here we go. There's always one in the group that doesn't get this right. Isn't that true? All right, current slide, and then we'll do a quick swap and we'll be ready to go. So welcome everyone. Sherry Gauthier here. I am your Global Director of Commercial Business. And all that means is I have my hand in a lot of pies. I specialized across different company groups and in every country, including within North America, to really support business growth. So my background, Sheila alluded to it a little bit here, but my background is in radiation oncology. So I was a cancer specialist in radiation therapy for 21 years, and I treated kids with cancer for 12 of those years. Been with Norwex since 2000, if you can believe it. That's dating me just a little bit. But I did grow a team. When I first started with Debbie, she needed help growing the company. And so I built a team of over 10,000 consultants. So I know the business side as well as I know the product side. So I'm here tonight to share some information about enzymes for you. Worked very closely with Debbie in the beginning and then moved to Malta to help Bjorn open Australia and do some testing in our European markets. So moved back to Canada about 10 years ago and have been loving every minute of it. I'm sure like many of you enjoying your journey. So tonight our learning objectives are we're going to help you understand enzymes, types of cleaners, meaning our enzyme products, and ideas for sharing. So stick around to the end because actually I talk about vinegar. So I talk about Norwex products differently, and certainly this vinegar example is going to be no different. So stick around to the end. I promise that you'll want to use this in your next presentation. Okay, guys, so what are enzymes? Listen, all living things have enzymes. Our bodies naturally produce enzymes. And simply, an enzyme just is a living organism or a product of a living organism that speeds up a chemical reaction or biochemical reaction. If you really want to think about it, enzymes operate as nature's recyclers, okay? And you'll kind of understand that a little bit more as we get into this, but think about enzymes as nature's recyclers. So you guys already know a lot about enzymes, actually. Enzymes are crucial for making cheese, brewing beer, baking bread, yogurt. Chocolate would not exist without enzymes. Oh, my dog's getting excited too. And certainly chocolate is the result of germination of this cocoa beans. So enzymes break that down. So can you imagine not having chocolate? Of course, wine, soy sauce, and us Canadians, maple syrup. Maple syrup is the starches are broken down in the sap into sugars. So that is a little bit about how you already understand enzymes. Okay, I'm gonna come and get this dog, sorry. All right, so again, we alluded to enzymes speed up a reaction, and enzymes are never ever destroyed in a reaction. So the beautiful thing about them is that they continue to be used over and over again. And that is important when we start looking at our sustainability and our products actually. And let's just look at it like this. Soils and stains are sort of your substrate, and they are coupled with your enzyme. Your enzyme actually breaks down or degrades that soil or stain. So I think an easier way to think about this really is this lock and key. I like to kind of explain it like you open your junk drawer, you've got a lock and you've got 5 keys. Well, only one lock is going to open that, or only one key is going to open that lock. Okay. And so not all those keys are going to fit the hole or open that lock. So enzymes have a very specific job, just like a key in a lock. Okay, so I hope that explains a little bit better. Now I have a little GIF, if you will, and it really is the way enzymes come in and break down organic matter. So the enzyme is sort of that key and lock idea. They come in and they break down or degrade the soil or stain. Now remember, enzymes are not used up in the reaction, so they can be used over and over and over again, just like the key will fit the lock and unlock it over and over and over again. So I hope that helps you kind of remember what enzymes are and the action that they take. But I'll bet you that you're going to ask, well, Sherry, tell me more about enzymes and the types of enzymes. There's a lot on this slide. We'll make sure you guys get the graphics if you wish, because I know some of you are going to be screenshotting and things like that. But I just like to simplify things a little bit. Amylase is a starch slicer. So if you think about what a starch is, you've got egg, sugar, sauce, ice cream. These are all starches. And so amylase is the type of enzyme for that starch. Cellulase, I like to call it the fiber finisher, because this really helps remove soil and reduces fabric graying and pilling. And again, fiber finisher has a cool name. Lipase, fat fighter. So this is your salad dressing stain, lipstick, sweat, grease, oil. Lipase is the enzyme that's going to help break that down and certainly remove lots. And we've got your mayonnaise, which is your gum cutter, if you will. That's your ice cream, your dairy products, your dressings, your sauces. Pectate lysase, this is a pectin dissolver. So again, if you think about your fruits and vegetables, those have pectin in them, and you need a specific enzyme to be able to break down those. So as you can see, guys, from these different types of enzymes, very specific jobs. I like to call the protease your protein ninja, okay? It's going in there and it's cutting up all the protein-based stains, if you will. Now, what I've done is gone ahead and put your products up on the screen with what types of enzymes there are in each. Now, I wanted to stop here and just remind everybody, like a lock and key, enzyme products work quickly, like a lock pops quickly with that key. So it makes sense that the products that you're looking at, they contain your enzymes because they need to work quickly. You don't want to use a dish soap that takes a long time for the product to work. You want that dish soap and those enzymes to work within the time that you're washing dishes, okay? You don't want to use a laundry product like Bright and White that might take hours to work. You want it to work quickly, certainly within the washing cycle for your laundry. And enzymes, again, they act quickly and they work quickly. So remember that your enzyme-based products are going to be those products that will act very quickly, don't require a lot of time for the product to work. And that's always a good thing because, again, like I said, we don't want a laundry product that needs longer time than the wash cycle would allow for, okay? Now I am gonna geek out a little bit here, gonna share a little bit of science with you. Did you know that a single enzyme can actually catalyze or break down 10,000 reactions per second? Just think about that, how efficient that is at breaking things down. Only a tiny amount is needed to have a huge effect, making them perfect for our Norwex concentrated products. And did you know that actually by using multi-enzyme blends like we do at Norwex, we can actually replace up to 25% of soaps or surfactants in laundry detergents. So the meaning for that means it's very sustainable, but very, very effective. And again, we are using enzymes instead of a chemical, which is better for us, better for you, and better for the environment. Okay, and a little definitely goes a long way. Whew, we've learned a lot about enzymes and enzyme products. You guys remember that enzymes speed up a chemical reaction, so they work very quickly. So again, when you look at the lineup of products that they're in, you're going to expect them to work relatively quickly. We are going to talk about now your probiotics. Now, a probiotic cleaner is something that really just contains good living bacteria or beneficial bacteria and enzymes. And I'll explain that in a minute. Probiotics actively consume organic matter like dirt and stains in soil, and they create an environment where harmful bacteria is sort of crowded out. So what ends up happening is good bacteria takes up the nutrients and the environmental space so that bad bacteria is kind of crowded out of town. So the good bacteria move in, pushing out the bad guys, okay? And so you may hear us talking about biotics, which is just a living organism. You might hear us call it probiotics, which really is specific for bacteria or yeast that have beneficial ingredients for our products. And you'll hear us talk about bacteria, but what we're really talking about are these beneficial, naturally occurring, very sustainable ingredients that are used in our products that provide cleaning. And provide cleaning with something that's natural instead of chemical based. Now, again, you actually know a lot more than you think about probiotics. If you know anything about composting, then you know that your bacteria come in and break down your coffee grinds, banana peels, eggshells, and different types of yard debris. And those enzymes and bacteria work hard to digest and break down, to release water and carbon dioxide. It all happens very naturally. It's inherently harmless. And again, at the end of it, we've got this beautiful compost that we then repurpose maybe into our garden or use in our landscapes. So again, guys, you're already don't sell yourself short too much. You already know a lot more than you think if you can understand kind of what happens with the process of composting. And again, composting takes quite a bit of while for that process or cycle of breaking down to occur. So you would expect that the products you're going to see these blends in are going to take a little bit longer to work. But before we jump into that, I have a cute video. It is probably not trademark allowed, so just bear with me because I think some of you will recognize who this is. This is an example of how our little probiotics would go after a food source. So let's take a look. So it's a fun example, but what it really showcases is that our products or our enzymes and bacteria go after a food source until it's gone. So just like Pac-Man, he's looking for the ghosts. He's going to go after the ghosts and chomp them up and then turn around and look for the next food source. So probiotics, we call them a bacillus spore blend. So you're going to see that written on some of our ingredients some of our products as ingredients, but that probiotic produces enzymes, again, that's job specific, helps speed up the cleaning, reducing odor and getting rid of bad bacteria. So probiotics work immediately where there's a food source, and I'm going to explain that on the next slide. And the probiotic sees the food source, emits an enzyme that breaks down larger particles so that the bacteria can actually digest those smaller particles. And I'm going to say it, poop out water and carbon dioxide. Okay, I'm not sure we can say poop on a webinar, but I just did. So again, bacteria and enzymes are working hand in hand, and they naturally occur. We use those in our products as ingredients so that we have a cleaning environment that doesn't impact our environment. It's very sustainable, but it's very safe for us when we use the products in our home or when they go down the drain and out into the environment. So look at the products here. These are our probiotic or bacterial enzyme blend products. Bacillus spore blend is just a blend of bacteria, okay? So I want to point out to you that because of the cycle that we just looked at, this cycle takes a little bit longer than the lock and key. The lock and key or enzyme type of product is going to work immediately, like your dish soap in your washing sink. However, you can see that the products we have here are sort of longer lasting. If you've ever used our oven and grill cleaner, you see that it's got a little bit of a dwell time from when you apply it onto the surface. And again, we've got sort of a longer process. These products clean longer after application. And so let me give you an example of the mattress cleaner. This is something where we would strip our bed, wash our linens, and as that mattress is nice and out in the fresh air, we're going to spray this mattress cleaner. It's got this bacteria blend in it. That bacteria are going to find a food source within your mattress. That's going to be yeast, fungus, dead skin cells, you name it. And it's going to emit enzymes to break down that food source into a size that then that bacteria can eat and biodegrade to water and carbon dioxide. But you will see for something like our Sportzyme or our odor eliminator, these have enzymes and bacteria. Because if you've ever sprayed Sportzyme on sports equipment like stinky sneakers or hockey equipment or knee pads for volleyball, you want that product to work right away, but then continue to remove odor. And so the enzymes are what allow us to have that odor breakdown very, very quickly after usage, but then that product remains with the bacteria looking for a food source, just like Pac-Man looks for the ghosts, so that we have that long cleaning impact. So I hope that makes sense. Again, guys, all the products on the page that you see here, the carpet stain remover, probiotic hard surface cleaner, which is a newer product that we carry, these all continue to work long after application. And in some cases, you're not necessarily going to see the immediate benefit of that cleaner. A carpet stain remover is an example of that. You might apply that, but it requires maybe 24 hours before you see the effect of that cycle of cleaning that's happening with your bacteria and your enzymes kind of being emitted. So I hope that gives you some understanding of how these products take a little bit longer. And again, if you look at the cycle on the screen here, you'll understand that it's got bacteria and enzymes in it. And so that cycle is longer, and therefore it's going to potentially take longer. I just want to point out that, again, the benefit of these products using bacterial and enzymes is that we don't have to use chemicals in our products at all. So these products are sustainable. They're safe for us to use in our home. And certainly when they go down the drain and out into the environment, there is no impact there. So that's why we choose to have something that may take a little longer, but it's natural. And of course, we're happy to wait as long as it doesn't harm us or the environment. Okay. All right. We are not going to talk about personal care this evening, but I just wanted to mention that we do have different types of probiotics in our different personal care products. Wow, you guys, take a big breath and let me know if you survived. Give us a little chat emoji or something like that. Or if you're on Facebook, please make a comment that you survived the product descriptions thus far. Sheila, we're sort of at the brain break point right now. Do you think anybody's fallen asleep?
Um, girlfriend, girlfriend, what did we say at the very beginning that if we hit that number, you owed me a Tim Hortons
Yeah,
double?
I see that we're well over 620. Well, 624 we're at. So you're right. I probably owe you 2 coffees.
You owe me three, but we've had a few questions. I,
Sure.
I think what's really interesting about this, what it speaks to is a real need for understanding that the enzymes, um, which, as you say, different enzymes unlock different keys of enzymes unlock different
Soil. Yeah.
soil.
Or stain. Yeah.
That what enzymes do is replace the need for a lot of harmful chemicals.
Yeah.
And we sort of
Right.
let Mother Nature do her job at
Yeah.
removing them. And of course, much better for the environment, sustainability, and of course, limiting exposure to chemicals. I
Yeah.
think what was most fascinating was your charts of the products. And
Mhm.
I know that you often go, we've done this before, you go into Facebook, both the US and Canada Consultant Connection,
Yeah.
and you have documents there for people to pull and get from. We don't send out to everybody. We
Yeah.
put one spot and people go get.
Yeah.
What has surfaced as a question, Sherry, because they have the same ingredients. What is the difference between Sportzyme and odor eliminator? I think I know the answer, but I'm not as schooled as you are as to what is the difference between those two.
Well, we could really get scientific, Sheila, but I want to say that there's probably 100 ways to bake a chocolate cake. And there's my grandma's way, there's your way, there's somebody else's way. And if we don't follow the recipe exactly, our chocolate cake is not going to be exactly like grandma used to make it. So I want to say that although the ingredients for those products look the same, they're going to have different variations of the amount of the different enzymes or even bacterial blends that we have in there. So when we say a bacterial spore blend, it is a blend of different bacteria. And so, of course, that's kind of like our secret sauce. We don't necessarily spell it out to everybody. Otherwise, they could take our great products and remake them. So they do have very specific, remember, odor eliminator is more for things like cigarette smoke, maybe the vomit smell. You've taken out the garbage, but it doesn't smell like it. You've taken out the diaper pail contents, but it doesn't smell like it. Those are sort of your variation of your odor eliminator, whereas your Sportzyme is very specific for sports related odor. And we don't want to get into that, but it's majority of sweat and body oil. And we all know what that can smell like. But Sheila, I know we've got quite a few questions, but you know what I have coming up next is the frequently asked questions. So why don't we
Oh,
jump into
but
that?
un moment, s'il vous plaît.
All right. We
I
got,
don't really speak French, but Nancy Dumas asked,
yes.
est-ce que nous pouvons avoir les documents présentés
Yep.
sur la
Yep.
sur
We'll
la
make sure we have,
French?
I'll make it
Uh,
into a PDF and we'll
un
see if we
PDF
can get it
dans le
translated.
consultant connection
Yeah.
francophone.
Yes.
Merci beaucoup.
Yes, we'll try to get some of these notes translated for them as well, because this is all in English. Correct. So wait for more. We'll come back to you.
Multilingual. Merci beaucoup. J'apprécie. I'm telling you, we need to hit the road, Sherry Gauthier.
All
Seriously.
right, let's cover off some of the frequently asked questions, Sheila, because I know they might answer some of the ones that are kind of up in the chat or in the Q&A area. So again,
Excellent.
where do they come from? Again, the enzymes that Norwex uses are plant feedstock. They're safe and natural. Do enzymes work immediately? Yes. Remember, just like a key unlocks that lock right away, enzymes start to work right away, breaking down soil and debris. And we want you to follow the instructions on the label because that really is how that product has been tested to best get the best results. Can you use enzymes in hot water? Yes. But enzymes are proteins. And like all proteins, they can start to denature over about 40 centigrade or 105. So that often brings up, Sheila, if the product has been frozen in transport, like it can be in the northern US or throughout Canada, or in the hot weather down in Texas, Florida during the summer. Again, guys, it's over a long period of time. So when you're shipped the products, they are stable in those extreme environments. But don't leave the products in, say, the boot, if you are UK or British, the trunk of the car, or out in the winter to freeze. Make sure you're bringing those products in. I always tell people, treat your enzyme and probiotic products like a fish tank. If you wouldn't leave your fish tank outside, then bring those products inside, just as a good rule of thumb. So enzymes do not bleach or fade clothing. And can you wash silk or wool? Remember, silk and wool are natural protein products. And so a product with something like protease in it can break down those natural proteins or fibers. So I would say no, try to avoid enzyme products with your wool and your silk. What does Bacillus spore blend mean? Again, this is Norwex's secret sauce. It's a special blend of different types of bacteria or probiotics that Norwex uses. And we use it as a blanket term because each of those different products might have a different blend of bacteria in it. How are probiotics made? They're made by fermenting bacteria. Anybody drink kombucha or eat kimchi? That's a fermentation process. And so that's how those probiotics really are generated. Probiotics are safe for kids and pets. And so you can use that probiotic hard surface cleaner on your floors if you have pets and babies on the floor, as well as, of course, all of our products like our odor eliminator around the baby room for that dirty diaper pail and things like that. Do probiotics work immediately? Remember, probiotics are that blend of bacteria that need to emit an enzyme, look for the food source, start that cycle of breaking it all down. So those bacteria the bacterial or probiotic blend products do take a little longer to work, and they work a long time after application. Think about when you apply it to your mattress, it's going to work for quite a while, looking for the food source in your mattresses and continue to work over time. Probiotics, they're natural and they're not genetically modified. We're very careful at Norwex to make sure that we align with all of those. So are there any storage requirements? Again, our products have been specially formulated. We do have natural preservative systems in them so that our cleaners withstand temperatures. But proteins can denature at those higher temperatures, so try to store them in a cool place. Again, don't leave them in the trunk of your car in the summer or in the extreme heat. Bring them into the home and then take them back out for the next home party if that's what you're up to, okay? Same thing as winter. Don't let that odor eliminator freeze solid. You can't really do a demonstration with frozen odor eliminator. Again, our enzymes and probiotics, is there a concern in freezing? We've already covered that, okay? But again, we know that they are effective and we've done the testing for sort of that freeze thaw. So again, during shipping, not a big deal, guys. Look at that question, Sheila. What is the difference between the odor eliminator and the Sportzyme? It's like I knew people were going to ask that question, okay?
Oh my Lord.
Again, you've got that odor eliminator is that concentrated product that you're going to want to dilute and use on specific odors. And your Sportzyme is a ready to spray. Okay. And so that Sportzyme can be sprayed directly on stinky equipment or runners or sneakers and have that effect right away. So what is the difference between the Biozyme and the dish soap? Okay, your Biozyme is the product that you're going to spray on and use and rinse off. But your dish soap is how, Sheila, you and I learned how to do dishes back in the day. We apply that dish soap in the sink full of dishes to wash our pots and pans. So again, that Biozyme is a concentrate, and we're going to apply it maybe to our dishcloth, one of my favorites, or one of our products to apply to the dirty dishes, pots and pans. Really great for hand washing as well. So it's sort of a use on and rinse, whereas your dish soap is more traditional with what we would expect. So again, why does Norwex use enzymes and bacteria? Really, it's all about our mission. We use them because they're so efficient at breaking down stains. Just a small amount provides significant cleaning benefits, and using enzymes and bacteria offset the large amount of chemical ingredients often required to be effective. When it comes to efficacy, our different enzymes and probiotic, they work with so many different types of soils and stains, making them the perfect ingredient for a number of the product needs that we have. If you look at something like the oven and grill cleaner, Sheila, it is so effective at all types of burnt on debris, as well as grease and oil from cooking. So again, the efficacy of that blend in that oven and grill cleaner is absolutely wonderful to get the proper cleaning result that everyone is looking for. They're natural, they're safe, they're biodegradable, they go back to nature without any harm, they don't pose any threat to the environment, or more importantly, our waterways. So again, not harmful to pets, people, or aquatic life, and that's really important to us at Norwex. So again, couple of takeaways. Enzymes and probiotics are naturally occurring, okay? It enables us to formulate products that are safe, fast working, and highly efficient. Enzymes are job specific, just like a key for a lock. Probiotics and enzyme blends, again, together they speed up that cleaning, help reduce odors, but your probiotics are going to work longer after application. So you got through the Q&A, and you know what? The best is yet to come, Sheila,
Oh my
because
gosh, but I do have a few
yep,
questions.
you
Can I
go
go
after
through?
it, girl.
Okay. Gosh, how good is my memory? Just a moment. How long do enzymes last?
Oh, well, they're stable until really they come into contact with something that they're going to break down, like a substrate or a soil. And so they're going to last a long, long, long time. Make sure that you're keeping bottles sealed and in a cool place, like maybe under the sink. And honestly, I believe that, for product integrity, I think it's a year of opening or 6 months from opening. Different products are going to have different sort of variable shelf lives, Sheila. But when it comes to effectiveness, they're going to be effective for a long, long time. And so just try to use them as instructed, and you'll get your best performance out of those products. That's not to say that older ones should just be, tossed out. They'll be just as effective. You might have to use a little bit more.
And
Okay.
I think if you had some that you'd had for years and years,
Yeah.
Sherry, you're the expert, but I'm thinking that everything, I think about what people who live on septics need to do,
Yeah.
and composting. So
Yeah.
I'm thinking that our products are wonderful for septic systems,
Oh, yes.
absolutely wonderful.
Yep.
And, you can imagine that you think, oh, I think this is really, really old. There's just a little bit left in the bottle. So you throw it down your toilet or your kitchen sink. And to me, it's like spring cleaning for my pipes.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Yep.
Now,
Use it up. It won't harm nature, so go ahead and use it up.
that's what I think. Now, there was a question. It's not quite related to this, but I thought maybe you could answer it.
Sure.
Michelle asked that she's used the laundry stain remover on her Norwex napkins and on her husband's white exercise clothing, and it looked like it bleached it. And it has left spots. Why did it do that? How do I get it out? My first response, Sherry, but you're the product expert, is some people leave that stain remover works,
Yeah,
and you can't leave it on clothes for
that's
a
right.
long,
And I
long
was just going to
time.
say, yeah, you really should follow, especially for a stain remover. Those products are designed to work quickly and start breaking down soils. So you're going to want to follow your stain remover instructions very closely, as well as our bright and white information for stain removal. Let's get back to that though, Sheila, because I think we're going to run us right up on time here with our
Yes.
demonstrations. And I know that lots of people have joined us to get new ideas for sharing these wonderful products with their friends and family. And if you're a guest on, you're going to learn how to use the products maybe you already have in a different way here this evening. So let's start with a quick video about our stain remover. Here we go.
Accidents happen. Stains don't have to with Norwex Carpet Stain Remover Concentrate. It's new and improved to erase life's messiest mishaps with no harmful ingredients. The clean, bio-based formula uses an innovative blend of enzymes and probiotics to break down and remove stains naturally. It's so easy. Just shake, spray, and blot away all kinds of tough stains from grease, wine, chocolate, and more. It even eliminates deep-set stains, leaving a subtle, fresh scent. Renews carpets, rugs, upholstery, and more. Norwex Carpet Stain Remover Concentrate. Like stains never happened.
Okay, so one of the great ways that we can demonstrate this is go to your local carpet store and they give out free swatches of carpet. They want you to take it home, just like paint, and sort of pick the carpet that you'd like to install in your home. So you can go and pick up sort of sample pieces and you can practice removing stains, or of course, then you can do them as a live on social media or at in-person events, but you can apply a soil like maybe coffee or juice and apply that carpet cleaner and let them see it in action. Now, I often tell people, Sheila, to practice this at home. Don't do this in front of friends and family for the first time. Number one, you want to figure out, how much soil to use for the amount that you want to demonstrate. And you also want to have an idea of how long it might take for that soil to start to visibly lift it in front of your eyes. Again, we want to spray it, but we want to blot it out, typically with an EnviroCloth or something like that, so that we can blot it out. But follow the instruction, guys. This could be a real wow factor. If you find that a certain stain takes a long time, then make sure that you time lapse it or that you record it so that you can share it with your friends and family and how it really worked for the different types of stains in your home. Stinky shoes. This is the perfect sportsime demonstrator. I mean, who doesn't have shoes at a home event or, a trade show or whatnot? So I used to really ask people to bring up a shoe or a sandal or sports gear like hockey gloves, and we would spray it and let them smell. And we used to do this, of course, I'm a Canadian girl, so we used to do a fundraiser with hockey equipment. So we would take the gloves of the skater and we would spray one and have mom or dad smell how quickly the sportsime worked on the one hockey glove. And they would bring it up. Oh my goodness, great, do the other one. We say, nah, $20 or whatever we ended up selling it for.
Nothing's for free.
That's right. Nothing's for free, baby. First one free, second one you purchase. So we did do great sort of sports selling and making money for the team because I used to donate my commission. But it was a great way to sort of demonstrate that product in action. So again, no reason you can't go get a stinky shoe at a home demo or have someone take a shoe off at a trade show and have a spray and let them see it in action for themselves. Now, remember, Sheila, I told you at the beginning to stick around for the vinegar. Well, here we
Oh
go.
my gosh.
Okay.
Let's go, girl.
Most people don't know about this demonstration, so I wanted to make sure we bring it to you today. This is your recipe. You're going to use vinegar. You need a tablespoon measure, some water, odor eliminator, and a glass container. We're going to use 1.5 of water, 0.5 of vinegar. Stir it up, let everybody smell. Then you're going to add 0.5 of your odor eliminator, stir, and wait. Now, Sheila, it did work fairly quickly in my house within a few seconds. Actually, the kids first thought it smelled like salt and vinegar chips, but after just a minute or two, they could not smell the vinegar at all. So I did a quick video just showing you in my home. This has no audio, but I just wanted to walk everybody through. Super simple. I have my measuring, my 1.5 of water. I've got my 0.5 of vinegar, which I've just quickly poured into that little bowl to have it ready to go. So I put my vinegar in. At this point, I'd stir it and let everybody smell it. But I went right ahead and I added my 0.5. And the nice thing about this is, you know, our silicone lids, you can put that right over the top and come back to it 5 minutes later. Go on and do a butter demo and then come back to your vinegar demo and let them smell it. Okay, so a great demonstration idea for people to try and show off that odor eliminator.
Just brilliant. Just brilliant.
So we're gonna follow up with a little bit of a challenge, Sheila. So I hope you're up for this, and I hope that our guests on too might help their consultants who invited them to come along. But I want to ask you guys, do you own it all? If you don't, get it for yourself. If you're a consultant and you don't have the products we talked about, please go ahead and order this product, because the best experts are the product users. When you know the product, you can recommend the product. So I'm going to challenge all the consultants on this call. We have, you know, over 625, and we have quite a few on Facebook watching. Go ahead and sell these 5 products to 5 friends and family. You know, I'm going to say go ahead and do that before the end of February. Try to sell these 5 products to 5 friends and family. Add that up and you can figure out the commission that you're able to make from that. But I want to quickly run through the last couple of product videos in case people weren't fully aware of the Biozyme, Ultrazyme, Bright and White, Mattress Cleaner, and Odor Eliminator. So let's just quickly watch those.
Looking for an easier, healthier, safer way to do the dishes? Introducing Norwex's scientifically advanced Biozyme Dish Soap Concentrate. It's another innovative way we've made cleaning without harmful chemicals easier than ever before. The powerful plant and enzyme-based formula breaks down stuck-on foods and cuts through grease for a natural squeaky clean. Just spray or pump, wipe and rinse. Here's how you and Biozyme can tackle any dishwashing scenario. First, dilute the ultra-concentrated formula by pouring 2 fluid ounces into a Fervor bottle with sprayer or a foaming hand wash dispenser. Then, fill the rest of the bottle with water, swirl a few times for a thorough mix. 1 bottle of Biozyme yields 3 ready-to-use Forever bottles, meaning it's a great value, and that also means less plastic waste. Then spray or pump onto your Spirit Sponge, EnviroSponge, or dishcloth, or directly onto your dishes. Biozyme's plant-based ingredients and grease-fighting enzyme do their thing, cutting through the toughest stains and baked-on foods. And no worrying about spots or film, dishes rinse clear with none of the unwanted residue other products can leave behind. Formulated with you and the planet in mind, Biozyme is completely free of harmful chemicals, synthetic dyes, chlorine bleach, and ammonia. Organic ingredients including natural aloe vera to prevent hands from drying. Even its soothing fresh lavender scent is courtesy of organic essential oil. Biozyme is also 100% USDA bio-based certified, meaning it's made from renewable biological ingredients. The formula is vegan and, as always, not tested on animals. It's perfect for any sink duty, from washing a lone dish or cleaning hand wash only items to tackling stacks of dirty dishes. And it's even safe enough for baby bottles and all your baby gear. Biozyme Dish Soap Concentrate. Just spray or pump, wipe and rinse. Dirty dishes, done.
Wow, that kind of reminds me of a person of a very famous brand I see on television
Yeah.
that I would never, okay, Sherry.
Yep.
because we're at 8:48.
Yep.
Are these videos on the resource or in the Norwex YouTube channel?
Yes, they are. And I can post the individual videos for everybody to take a look at. So we'll just pop through to the end here. We've got your bright and white, your ultrazyme, and we've got our mattress cleaner as well, sort of as an overview.
All right. Oh, go back to that page. I want people to get out their cameras. Come on, y'all get
I
a camera.
think
Get
this
out your
is-
camera.
I
And just
think this is update pricing. I can't verify it, but it'll be
they
close
are
if
not
it's
going to
not.
hold you to a
All
dollar.
right, all
For
right.
goodness sakes. They're not going to hold. It's a test. See if Sherry made a mistake.
Well, this is from November, so if we had a price increase that I wasn't aware of in North America, then they might be a little bit off.
Yeah. Now I just want to say the probiotic hard cleaner. Sherry, would you agree with me, just because that's one of our newer products? The best way to use that is with the mop.
Oh, the probiotic hard surface cleaner. Yep. I also dilute it to spray things that are less often cleaned, like your light switches, your doorknobs, surfaces that tend to have a lot more bacterial load, like your phone surfaces. I'll use a dampened viral cloth or maybe my counter cloth and wipe down things like the remote control on the kids' gaming systems and things like that. So the germier places, not just floors for me, is for that probiotic hard surface cleaner. So I would use that in a spray bottle or wet my viral cloth to clean with.
And I use it on my hardwood.
Yep, I use it on hardwood, linoleum, tile, laminate, you name it. And remember, guys, the nice thing about the probiotic hard surface cleaner is it works days after you do, meaning you can clean the floor and just think about it. It's like a 10,000 little fingers going in there and continuing to clean that floor long after you've used it. So it's like having little maids run around and continue your cleaning for you.
Okay, Sherry.
Yes.
Gail Ratchford and Pat think that I owe you 2 coffees.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, seriously, I'll have to take you to Denny's and we can have a grand slam together.
Sounds
That's where
good.
that was the first meal Sherry and I ever shared at Norwex.
Yep.
To
The
Denny's.
grand slam.
Oh,
And
and
you
she
drank
says,
enough coffee to keep me awake for a week.
and so what's your nickname for me?
Jet fuel.
I know. We love to have fun, but in all seriousness, do you realize we've just had 50 minutes together? And I bet you your cup is full, that you have learned so much. To Gail Ratchford's idea, as a consultant, you could absolutely put those 5 products in a share cart
Yes.
and send it to people and let people know that you have the answer for everything in their home. Just brilliant. Sherry, I'm going to publicly ask if you'll come back again.
I sure will. I'd be happy to.
You know, I'm going to say 800 people watch this tonight.
Excellent.
And if you are a guest, I hope that you're inspired to be a Norwex customer.
Yes.
That you're in the right place, and that we live out and walk out our mission for safer, cleaner, better living each and every day, but that we've educated you on things, and that you feel really comfortable in the knowledge about making small, simple choices in your own home. And then I hope that perhaps for some of you, your heart was pumping just a little faster and you were thinking, oh, I got to be part of this. Like, this is the club I want to belong to.
For sure.
These are people locking arms all around the world, trying to make a difference one home at a time. I heard something really fascinating from Amy Cadora. She'll be on the call that you can jump onto in 8 minutes. Every 9 seconds, Norwex sells a piece of microfiber.
Wow.
We've been doing this for 30 years.
Yeah, that's amazing.
And Sherry, you were right there, right beside Debbie, back in the day. And I can't thank you. This is my first. This was the best one ever.
Thank you.
you have a
Yeah, and stay
quick-
on, guys. Join us in just a few minutes to jump on with Debbie Bolton, hear her heart. And those guests, support your consultants by ordering some of these great enzyme and bio products tonight or tomorrow. Don't make them wait. And certainly we would love to have you join us in our Norwex family. So go ahead and take the plunge, say yes to the business, and help share our mission and our products with the world, one household at a time.
Now, before I hang up, you don't stay on this call. You have to jump to another call. I've put the I've put the link in there twice, but
Perfect.
I'm gonna stay. Okay, to everyone. Here is the link again. If you'd like to join our opportunity call, I'll give you a heads up. You attend this call and join Norwex, I can tell you Debbie Bolton's going to give you a $25 shopping spree. You can get that mattress cleaner like that. Both of you are great. As a new consultant, motivates me even more. Merci beaucoup à vous deux. À vous deux. This presentation will be Sherry. It will be in Consultant Connection for both Canada and US.
Yes.
And mes amis francophone.
For you.
Je parlais avec Natalie and ask her. How do you say ask her?
Don't worry, we still have our translator.
And demande elle translate pour vous.
I don't even want to tell you how many participants are dropping off with you trying to speak French at this point, but
Yeah,
take
but
a few minutes.
The French ones aren't.
Thank you so much for having me, everybody. I will try my best to answer your questions, and we'll get you the information and the presentation as well. So take care, everybody. Thanks again for hosting with me, Sheila. I appreciate it.
Okay. Oh, no, we love you.
Thank you so much.
You are Miss Norwex. Thank
Thank
you.
Take care.